The latest round of violence between Israel and Islamic Jihad began on Tuesday, when Israel launched a series of airstrikes targeting 3 senior Islamic Jihad commanders in Gaza and Syria. Israel said the commanders were responsible for firing rockets toward Israel last week, and that it was acting in self-defense. However, the airstrikes also killed at least 10 civilians, including women and children, sparking outrage and condemnation from Palestinian groups and regional countries. Islamic Jihad vowed to avenge the deaths of its leaders and launched over 1,000 rockets towards southern and central Israel in retaliation. The rockets killed 2 people in Israel, one of them a Palestinian worker from Gaza, and injured dozens more. Israel responded with more airstrikes on Islamic Jihad targets in Gaza, killing 33 Palestinians, including 6 children, and wounding over 147. The fighting lasted for 5 days, disrupting the lives of millions of people on both sides of the border and raising fears of a wider escalation. After intensive mediation efforts by Egypt, Israel and Islamic Jihad agreed to a ceasefire late Saturday night, which took effect after some initial violations. The ceasefire aims to restore calm and prevent further bloodshed, but it does not address the underlying issues that fuel the conflict between Israel and the Palestinian factions in Gaza. Egypt played a crucial role in mediating a ceasefire between Israel and Islamic Jihad after 5 days of intense fighting that erupted on May 9, 2023. The violence began when Israel targeted and killed 2 Islamic Jihad commanders who were allegedly planning attacks against Israel. The militant group responded by launching more than 1,000 rockets at Israel, which retaliated with airstrikes on Islamic Jihad targets in Gaza. The fighting killed at least 35 Palestinians, including 13 civilians and 2 Israelis. Egypt, which has close ties with both Israel and the Palestinian factions, intervened to broker a truce that would end the bloodshed and prevent a wider escalation. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi said on May 13 that his government was engaged in active efforts to calm the situation and restore stability. Egypt's intelligence chief Abbas Kamel reportedly contacted both sides and proposed a humanitarian lull in hostilities that would allow for fuel and other supplies to enter Gaza, which was suffering from a severe power shortage. Israel agreed to the Egyptian offer, but Islamic Jihad initially refused, saying it wanted to avenge the deaths of its commanders and fighters. However, after more rounds of rocket fire and airstrikes, and under pressure from Hamas, the ruling party in Gaza, Islamic Jihad eventually accepted the Egyptian-mediated ceasefire on May 14. The truce went into effect at 11 p.m. local time, with both sides pledging to stop targeting civilians and individuals. The ceasefire was welcomed by the international community, which expressed concern over the humanitarian situation in Gaza and urged both sides to respect the agreement and refrain from further violence. The UN envoy for the Middle East peace process, Tor Wensland, praised Egypt's mediation efforts and called for a long-term solution to address the underlying causes of the conflict.